Hello students, I'm Mr. C and I want to walk you through our first activity that we're going to do this semester. I have a lot of students. In fact, this is the most students I've ever had at SU. I have over 200 this semester, and one of the challenges, of course, when you have that many students is getting to know all your students, and that starts with learning what their name is and what they look like. And so in the past, what I've done is I have these flashcards that I've made up, and I take the pictures that you have from Canvas and I put them into a template and I print it and it has your name, and then on the back I keep information about you, where throughout the semester I just write my notes. And you see I have this for all my students, which is really great. In my face-to-face class, I bring these to class and then I can shuffle them, and when I need to call on students I just pull a flashcard, which is similar to what I did in elementary school, pulling popsicle sticks, just so it randomizes things. It's really helpful to me to have these flashcards because it helps me learn students' names and faces faster, but also having a space for notes on the back allows me to know a little bit more about the students or to remember more. And so I pull these out when I'm grading and when I'm doing other things to remember, oh, in your reflection you said you had this experience, and I see here that this ties into your background in whatever way. It just gives me more information, which is especially important for my online students because I don't see you as much face to face. I might bump into you in the community and things, and it has been really cool when I've recognized students out in the community and can say hello, or they run up to me and say, hey, Mr. C, you're my online teacher, and often I do recognize them because of these flashcards and because I spend time with them. Now, obviously, with 200 students, it takes me a long time to take all your pictures out of Canvas. I save them all individually. I upload them to a Word document. And I thought, you know, that's great and it's worth the time for me. But if I had my students do that, then they could add information that would be even more helpful, and it would save us both a lot of time in getting to know each other. So what I've done is I've created a template, and it's just this. It's called Flashcard Template. And you're just going to download it. It is a Word document, and so if you don't have Word, you might need to go to on campus and use a computer on campus to do it, because I want you to save it as a Word document as well, and I'll explain that more about that in a minute. But this is just a simple template that I've created, and you're going to have to just replace most of the stuff on this template. So for example, on the template, it has, it should just say class or number and number here. So let me resave that. Okay, but what you'll do is you'll say, all right, I'm not in Education 1010, I'm in Education 2100. That's the class that I'm enrolled in, and it's Section 2. You're going to have to look that up. So whatever class you're in, whether it's 1010, 2100, or something else, and then the section number. If you want to, you could come in underneath and say online or face-to-face if you want to do that, but I'm going to organize these all by what you put at the top anyway, so you probably don't need to do that. Then it already says spring 2025. Now I don't want to know what this is, and so the most important thing on this assignment is that you put your name and your picture here. The cool thing about this in Word is I can just right-click on this and do change picture from this device, and then I will go to my desktop where I have it saved, and I just take my picture and then it just puts it right in. Now here on preferred name, I'm just going to highlight that, and my preferred name, if I was a student, it would be Tyler, but as your teacher, I still love Mr. C the most, so I'll put that down there. Now as I scroll to the back page, you see I have a lot of things in bold. That stuff you don't need to change. What you need to do is come over here and instead just take the place where it says name, and here for pronunciation I would say Mr. C, and then just have that. For hometown, the city and state, I'm going to say Brigham City, Utah. Now you see how it moved that to a different space. That doesn't look great. So I'm simply going to backspace up here until it is right aligned, and then I can even take this one from the first line and make sure that that's right aligned. And so I'll go through that as I'm making this card, or I want you to do that just so it looks good. High school, I actually went to 2, so I'll do this on 2 lines. Box elder, and then on the next line, I'll just tab over and do Spanish fork. And then you could say, if it's not in Utah, you could say what state it's in, but I'm okay just with box elder and Spanish fork. And then the year I graduated was 97. I'm old compared to you guys, most of you. All right, what year are you at SEU? I'm not a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, or anything, so I'll just say this is my 3rd year here. So that works. Dream job. Age is not your age. That's the age of your students. So I should change that to grade probably. But I would say 5th grade. And that doesn't have a content area, so 5th grade is good enough as my dream job. If you're going to be like a high school teacher, you would say like high school English or something like that. Then your dream job other is if you can't be a teacher, and this is important because I know some of you don't want to be teachers, some of you do, but in class it really helps me to know how many are preparing to be elementary school teachers, how many are preparing to be high school teachers or even college professors. And so that's why the dream job teach. Even if your dream isn't to teach, you can say not interested, but if you had to teach something, what would it be? Because occasionally, again, I will group you. And so put some kind of teaching, but you just say, don't want to teach, but if I had to, this, right? If you aren't going to be a teacher, what would your dream job be? I'll just say YouTuber. It's easy for me because I have multiple jobs, and one of them is YouTuber, and I really enjoy that. All right, for hobbies, list your hobbies here, so I'm just going to highlight that, and I'll just say running, walking, watching movies, playing piano and guitar, traveling, side hustles, collecting 80s stuff. I have a lot of hobbies, so I could probably do more, I should say like DIY. Yeah, I could keep going, but I'll leave it there. And then any information that might be helpful for the teacher to know. I am married and have 4 children, ages 10 to 19. Anything else? I've moved around a lot. I've lived in 5 states, Utah, Florida, Connecticut, Indiana, and Wisconsin. Now I'm back in Utah. Woohoo! And anything else that'd be helpful? I have a dog and chickens. And I do product reviews for money. So a lot of stuff. Now, if you don't fill the whole back, that's okay. In fact, maybe this is taking a little too much space, so I will get rid of those spaces. So there's just a little bit of space at the bottom. So after I print this, if the teacher wants to put some notes on it, I have a little bit of space at the bottom. So that'd be really great if you could do that. You see how I did this, and I'm trying to make it look as nice as possible, try to be right aligned where they're all kind of there. If I was awesome, I would have made a template where you could just put it in, but that takes a lot more work, and I just want to get this done because I want to know who you are. So it looks pretty good there. It gives me a lot of information, and this is going to be so helpful to me as a teacher. It's also something potentially that we could share in class. I don't know how I would do that. Never mind, scratch that. This is what I'm going to use as a teacher. So don't assume that no one else will see this. This is where you can put notes for me, and that's important. I just realized, because in the other section, a lot of you might say, hey, just wanted to let you know that I struggle with this thing, or this is my family situation, or I have an accommodation for this, and that's more sensitive information. So obviously I wouldn't want to be sharing that. So if you put anything, just know that these are just for me. People might see the pictures because I'll use these in class if you're a face-to-face student. All right, then to save this, I'm just going to save as, and I'm going to replace a flashcard template with your name, right? So do your last name first, and then your first name. For the class, I'm just going to say 1010 section 1, and then it already has the semester. So that gives me enough information that I can now put these into different folders, print them out, and have the whole class set together. Now this is really important to me, so please do it as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Do a good job with it. This really helps me get to know you as soon as possible, and I am looking forward to that. So this is assignment 1. Thanks. Bye. Oh, I should tell you, in the assignment, you can just upload this as a document, and it's that simple. So I'll just set it up to where it's worth a few points. You can download the template and watch this video right from the assignment, and then when you upload it, it will just say upload a file. Please save it as either a Word.doc or a Word.docx, because that's how I will open it on my computer. If that's really, really hard for you, reach out to me and I'll see if I can help you. We might be able to do it as a PDF, but I don't have an Apple computer, so if you save it from your Apple files, it's not going to work on my computer. So please do it as a Word document, and that will be great. Yeah, that's all. All right, bye.